Hi there, Justin from Brickright here again. Today we're doing horizontal roofing batten fencing. Here's how. Putting the fencing in between the wall that we built. If you want to see the wall being built, go back, the previous video on it. So we're just building this panel now, look. So we've cut it and this is what it looks like laid out. We just screw this together now and then we just put the centre struts in. And those centre struts have been placed in there, so when the horizontal batten goes on, we can fix it into that one, and you don't get any kind of dipping or bowing or moving or warping in the middle. So we get it all screwed together and we'll show you how we're going to fix it to the wall. So there we are then, made the frame now. We've got a piece of batten underneath there just to keep it off the wall, so you don't want it to touch the copings because it'll rot. Got a plumb line there now which dictates where this edge goes. Same on that side. All we need to do now is drill it into the wall. If you want to know what screws we use to fix these are 90mm Spax screws, galvanized or zinc plated or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, so that's it. Let's get drilling. Hammer drill with a 8mm masonry bit, and I think these are just called concrete fixings. No plugs. You just drill a hole, 8mm, and then you just use a DeWalt impact driver to screw them in. You don't really need these that long. These are overkill, but that's all I had in advance. It doesn't matter, it's going into concrete block work anyway. But if you just get, say, 100mm of these, 100mm long, that should suffice. I think these are 150s, but it doesn't matter, it's just overkill, over engineered, extra strength. So let's show you how we do it. That fits on the end of the screw and on the end of your DeWalt. I always find it better to just, because I'm addicted to WD-40 and I do.
Yeah, man.
I love the stuff. And then this fits on there. There we are.
Happy days.
Drill another one at the top now, job done. Here we are, look, you've seen the panels going in, or the framework going in. So what we've done now, we've got this Taram weed membrane. It's like a really thick, heavy duty weed membrane. And there's no lines on it. Be careful, because sometimes you buy weed membrane and it's got like lines on it, like a blue line or a green or a silver or white line on it. You don't want that coming through and showing through on your fencing. So let's show you how the boys are doing it. So basically, what's this little gadget you got here, Fraser?
Staple gun hammer thing.
You got a staple gun hammer thing. Yeah. There we are. If you go in Screwfix or any professional builders merchant and ask for a staple gun hammer thing, they should know what you're on about, Fraser, shouldn't they?
Yep.
Yeah. So basically, you can see what he's doing. You just load that gun up. You can get it in Screwfix and the staples. And you just load it up and just give it a bash and then staple it all on. Job done. And then the battens will go horizontal on top of that. Off now. What are we going to use to cut it off, right? What's that little knife thing called?
Stanley knife cutter upper thing.
Stanley knife cutter upper thing. There we are. You can go in the builders merchants as well and ask for a Stanley knife cutter upper thing, and again they'll know exactly what you're talking about, Dave, won't they?
Yep.
Yep. See, he knows. There we are. He's just cut it off now. When he's done that, it'll look like this one, all ready to rock and roll then for the battens. Mention this wood that we're using is tannalized. That just means it's pressure treated, so it's protected against the weather. It's been injected or pressure treated with a special formula to protect it against rot. So you want to get yours tannalized, and this is 3x2. There we are then. This is what it's looking like. Just got the other one to do, and we're going to do some around the back. Clients asked for us to do the back of it as well, but what we're also going to do, we're going to put some side strips on here, and we're going to put we're going to get a bit of timber to go across the top and overlap it, which will make it look even nicer again. So let's show you how we do the spacers and show you how we do the actual nail gunning. The nail gun, what you need, we hired it from Travis Perkins. You can probably hire it from somewhere else if you know Travis near you. But this is it. So basically it's a second fix nail gun. It's just for like nailing skirting boards and stuff like that in. I don't know what it's called. All I know is that's a second fix. And then for the brads, the nails, so these are just 18 gauge and they're 50mm, and you just load them into your nail gun and in they go. And we'll show you how to do that right now. First and foremost, what we got is just 10mm spacers. Got 3 of them running through. That's ready to be nailed, this one. So go on, Frey. There you go. And then Fraser will move his spacers up now. Won't you, Frey?
Yep. You won't, will you?
Well, no, I'm filming, Frey. Now you got your back to the camera. God, he's trying to teach the boy, but God, honest to God.
Well, he's stuck now.
Right, so spacers are set. These are being pre-cut. Well, you need, Frey, somebody to help you, don't you? Yeah. I wonder where we could get somebody to help you from. There we are. Show you what it's like now when it's done, because he needs a hand. There we are then, all job done. Absolutely lovely. Customer's well happy with it. I'm really pleased with it, the way it's turned out. He's going to sand it down now and either give it a clear coat of that UV protection stuff or some other paint. I don't know, that's up to him, but there we are, all job done. Please like, subscribe, and you know what I'm going to say. We will see you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Cheers.